what are some lessons that people can learn from your life?
I think the first thing is that acknowledging that we might have our part in it, that's the biggest one, is because I honestly, I was perfect. I'm perfect. I do everything right. I don't know what's the problem here. So I guess acknowledging that it takes two to do this dance of having a toxic relationship. It takes two. You're in it. You're staying in it. Hello. It's like, okay. So acceptance that we've got a part of it. I also, part of my shift was understanding that our mindset is everything. Whether we choose to have a positive mindset. There's a saying that says where your energy flows where your attention goes.
Yeah.
So putting your attention and your focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want. So staying focused on moving forward and getting to know yourself. I think that's a big one. What is it that you do like? What is it that you don't like? What's the most important thing to you, right? What brings you joy? What don't you really like doing? And being okay to be in a relationship with someone that likes to do things that you don't like to do and say, hey, go have fun. Enjoy. I'll be over here doing what I love to do while you're doing that. We'll get back and we'll talk about it when you come back. That's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. So I think being okay with who you are, standing up for who you are, having that strong foundation, but you can't do any of that unless you know who you are and you have, taken the time to sit down and do some introspection and look inside and who am I and what does bring me joy? And then I think once you get to that point where you have that really strong, solid foundation of who you are and what brings you joy, you know who you are. The next thing is, what gift do I want to bring to the world?
I love that.
Yeah, I think that's the next thing. What is it that I want to gift back to the world?
That's great. That's great. Speaking of that, I so appreciate you being here. This was awesome.
Thank you.
This was so awesome. If for those listening right now live and for those listening on the replay, if someone wanted to learn more or hear more from you, get to know you more, I know that there's links. They can see your website right here.
Yes.
What do you have social media? Do you have a podcast? Where can people find you or hear from you?
Thank you. Yes. So my website is lifecoachtrainingonline.com. And on that website, there is a contact us page. So if you went there, you would absolutely reach me, which would be great. I love talking to people about, coaching, but codependency. These are topics that I'm well versed in, can relate to. And so if you would like to speak with me personally, I'd love to talk to you. Just go ahead and fill out that form. And I am on social media. So it's Barbara Wainwright pretty much all over social media, or Wainwright Global is the name of my company. And I do have a podcast. I'm really excited about it. It's just actually it's like a book study, and it's a book study on The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And so it's myself and another woman named Gilda Simone. We read passages from the book and comment on it, like how that would have impacted us in our lives, or what our thoughts are about what he's saying in the book. It's a really good book. And so that's on Spotify and all the other regular channels. It's The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment is the name of it.
That's fantastic. And then what do you do for work? What do you do?
So I am so blessed when it comes to work, because what I do is I train and certify people on how to do life coaching, which I think is the next step. Once you've been through 12 steps, Codependence Anonymous, or any other anonymous programs, like what's next? They teach you how to live life on life's terms, but they don't take you to the next level, which is living that life that you absolutely love because you're on point with doing what you're called to do. right?
Right.
You go inside, and like I said, what is your gift that you're meant to give to the world? Well, there's something like, obviously this is yours, Sabrina. You're doing it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
so exciting. I'm so happy for you to be doing what you're called to do. It's brilliant, brilliant, and
Thank
so
you.
needed. So I'm like honored to be here.
Thank
So
you.
I get to do the same thing. I teach people how to provide transformation for others, help them get on their path to living the life of their dreams, what it is that they are called to do. How do they put that into practice? How do they get out there and start doing it? That's what coaching's about. Coaching is about helping people figure that out. So I teach people a system of coaching so that they can take people to the next level.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Very cool.
I am so
Very
blessed
cool.
to do what I love. I truly am. I'm grateful, grateful.
That's awesome. Well, I so appreciate you taking time out of your day to sit with us. And I, even myself, you've almost convinced me to go to a Codependence Anonymous meeting. Like maybe I should do a 6-month sprint there.
Yeah,
Um, because
you'd be
listen, it
amazed.
doesn't matter how much you know, there's always more. There's always
That's
so
so
much more.
true. That's so true. And
Yeah.
you figure, first of all, you have to be able to provide a lot of value in those
Yeah.
meetings. And because they're all sharing. That's the thing. They're sharing meetings where people are sharing their experience, strength, and hope. So there might be the person that's newcomer, like I was. You walk in and you're just broken, and you just need to hear something good, you know, or there might be people that have been in there for years, and the reason they keep coming back is because they know they're giving back. That's their way of giving back in the world. Is
Absolutely.
they got the recovery, and they're living life on life's terms, and they want to help other people do the same. So yeah, you would love it, because like I said, most amazing people are in those meetings.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, something to I might update you on that. You might get an email
Great.
from me. What's
Oh,
my first meeting?
oh my gosh,
Um,
that'd be awesome. Well, I want to say one other thing too. If you get a cancellation and you need somebody there, call me.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that 100%. And believe me, I will use that. I will use that.
Okay.
I do want to ask before we kind of close up here, though, for those listening, now they're still here.
Yes.
Obviously, this resonates with them. What would be some advice that you would give to females who are struggling with codependency right now?
Well, I'd say the first thing would be to get into acceptance of your situation. Something's not working. You realize that. Become open to the possibility that it might have something to do with you,
Mhm.
not just them. Because
Yeah.
I thought it was them. That's perfect. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah.
Okay, so become open to the possibility that there might be some things that you can do differently that will help you have a better life. And then I definitely, check it out. Check out Codependence Anonymous.
Yeah.
No harm in that. And like I said, it's easy to get into. You just have to look it up online. There'll be meetings. There'll be online meetings. There'll be in-person meetings. They shut down for a while during the COVID thing,
COVID.
but
Yeah.
they are opening up again, so you can get in person. I think that would be the thing I would do. That would be my recommendation. Be
That's awesome.
open. Try and open up your mind to it. Yep, there's probably something I could do.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Just them, maybe something to do with me too. Okay, I better see if I can get some help. And Codependence and all is a great place to start.
Yeah. And I think the important thing to realize is that's kind of tough to say that, somebody who's coming from such a loving, caring place would have some fault in this. But we
Yeah.
have to remember as humans, we can only control ourselves anyways.
Yes.
So might as well find out, the hiccup with ourselves and continue to grow ourselves mentally, emotionally,
Right.
because you can't do anything about the other person anyways.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Powerless, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the first. I think that's like the first step. I am powerless over people, places, and things.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and the sooner we realize that,
Yep.
the better off we are,
Yeah.
100%. Well, this was absolutely great. I so
Thank you.
appreciate it. Do you have any closing thoughts before I close up here?
Honestly, for those of you that are still out there suffering from a toxic relationship, if you're in it or you're still like in the aftermath of it, invest in yourself. invest in yourself. You've probably invested a lot in other people and other places, other things, but stop and turn that energy that you've been focused on everything else around you, turn that energy in and focus on you. And okay, let's just do this one little thing.
Yeah.
If this was your best friend and you saw them suffering like you are suffering,
Yep.
what would you suggest that they do? Treat yourself like that. Treat yourself like you are
Yep.
your best friend.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And I love that because that is what I did for myself. I used to remind myself like this would not be okay
Yeah.
if it was happening to my sister or to my best friend. I would totally say, you need to exit. You need to come up with a plan. You need to, you know, you need to
Right.
level up. You have to level
Right.
up. This is not correct. This
Yes.
is not healthy.
Right.
So yes,
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that reminder. And it's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So true. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
those of you that are still watching now live. We so appreciate the
Truly.
the company. We appreciate those that commented and that are supporting us here while we were talking about this subject. I certainly hope that it brought you some comfort and some joy and inspired you in one way or another. Thank you so much for joining us here, Barbara,
Thank you.
on the Her Version platform. Listen, if any of you have an amazing story to share of struggle to triumph, be sure to reach out to me here or at herversion.life. Barbara's information is at her website. I'm here as your host, Sabrina Victoria. I'm so grateful to be here, sharing a platform that allows people to share their truth and inspire others. I want everyone to do something awesome today, and much love.
Bye.
Adios.